Muzie.Live is a product that allows students and teachers to connect for online, in-person, and hybrid lessons. Today we're going to go over the student side of the platform, and we're really going to focus on the practice features. So basically, when you get onto Muzie for the first time as a student, you'll probably see two things. The left side of the screen has today's lessons, and the right side of the screen will have assignments, files, chat, and other tools. The way we think about this is that the left side of the screen is your online lessons or your in-person lessons. That's where you'll go to actually conduct the class and sort of take part in that. And on the right is where you'll do all your practicing. So after the class, when you're just hanging out by yourself and you're working on your material, you'll log in, and the right side with the assignments, files, and practice, that's where you're going to mostly spend your time. So we'll go over all of these features and hopefully answer all your questions. As you can see, the assignments are the first tab that you're going to have as a student. So if your teacher is using the assignment tool, which most are, then you should see a whole list of assignments as you go through your lessons and as things are shared with you. What you can see right away is that you have a little award, the name of the assignment, a progress bar, the due date, a goal, a streak, which is how many days in a row you've worked on something, and a total practice time. That information is all tied to this specific assignment. As you can see, I've got many different assignments that all have different practice times, different data. So this is talking about each specific assignment. So your teacher may set a goal for you on this assignment that's 1 hour, but on a different assignment, it might be 2 hours or 10 minutes. It's totally dependent on what the activity or the assignment is. But this gives you a quick snapshot of all of the material and everything that is sort of going on with your assignment. When it's time to actually practice and you've logged in, you just double click on any of the assignments that you'd like to work on. So today I'll do my 3-day practice routine. So I double click and it immediately opens into the assignment page. What you'll notice is this side panel has closed automatically. This just gives you a little bit more room to view all of your files and resources. And if a lesson does begin while you're practicing, a little pop-up will show in the corner, so you don't need to worry about missing anything. First, you'll notice all the tabs have been grayed out. That's just so you don't accidentally leave the assignment. If you want to leave the assignment, you can click close, and that will get you out of the assignment. When you enter into an assignment, the practice timer will automatically start running. I had already been running my practice timer, so that's why it doesn't say 1 minute. But if you just start your practice, if you just open the account and open the assignment, it will start from 0, of course, and it will start immediately tracking your progress as you're in this assignment. So from here, you'll see the instructions tab. That will have anything that your teacher has written for you to work on. It can have YouTube links or links to other resources. It has text, it can have emojis, but it basically is the instructions for the assignment. Next, you'll see the assignment files. This is all of the material that your teacher has attached to the assignment that they feel is relevant for this assignment. So basically, you can go in here and click any of these resources and they will open up as their own tab inside the assignment. You can actually go back and open multiple things. So if you need to, you can flip back and forth between these resources quite quickly. So it's a really convenient way of moving between the material. You can also, of course, close the tabs when you're done with them, and you'll go back to the assignment tab so you can open what's next. There's a couple of different file types that you might see inside your assignment. There's music XML, which is this kind of file where they are playable, which is really cool. So it's a piece of sheet music where if you hit play, the music will actually start playing, and the little bar will move through the music in real time as it's progressing. The nice thing about these is they also have a tempo control, so you can slow them down and play along and speed them up slowly as you're progressing. So XML files are great. Hopefully your teacher uses those. Another file type that you'll see, and probably the most common, is a PDF. It's, as you all know, a PDF. With PDFs, you have the page control in the corner, and you have the zoom controls in the other corner. So you can zoom out and zoom in and things like that. So that should give you sort of a good view of any resource that's provided. Another resource type that you'll see is a whiteboard file. These are something your teacher might create inside of Muzie for you. The nice thing about whiteboards is when you open them, they're fully interactive, meaning that you have markers and pencils and you can type and draw all over the whiteboard, assuming your teacher has not locked it. You see this little padlock here. If that's locked, then your teacher obviously does not want you to be writing on the board, and it is a view-only mode. So you can only see what's on the board and not actually change it. But if it's not locked, you're free to go on here and move things around and interact with the document however you'd like. So this could be great for filling in worksheets, playing games, notating scores, anything of that nature you can do right here in the whiteboard. And because it's inside your assignment, you're still getting your practice time tracked and all of the progress and everything is automatically updated. So the other type of file that you'll see is a composition. And these are video files. So in Muzie, the teacher can send video files to you through our clips tool. And basically, these are really clever because there's 2 or 3 use cases here. The first thing is your teacher might just send you a video recording of part of the lesson or a lecture, or it might be the whole lesson if you've missed the class. And that recording is just right here for you to watch. You can just click play and away you go. The other thing that can be done with clips is what we call virtual duets. So let's say your teacher sends you this recording and maybe it's them playing like a backing track or they're part of a song. You can click this plus button and it will open up another video recording window. You can either record video or audio, so that's up to you to decide. In this case, I'll just choose video. The little monster just means that your screen is loading, so that's okay if you see the monster there. When finally my video has loaded, of course my camera's disconnected, I guess. So if my camera was connected, you would see yourself right there. And then you hit record. And when you hit record, the video on the left will play along at the same time that you hit record. This allows for you to basically play a duet with the first video. Then when you're done, as you saw there, I just stopped the recording and I have now a rewind button, re-record so I can try again, play back what I just recorded or save it. So in this case, I'm happy with what I did, so I'm going to save it. And now this is added to the file. So when my teacher logs in, next week, or if we have a lesson, we can go in and we can see what I've added to the recording. You can add as many layers as you'd like, so you can just keep clicking the plus button and adding more recordings in. So basically, until you've filled in as much as you need, you can just keep doing that. So those are the main file types that you will find inside of Muzie. You can also get audio files, of course, and pictures and a whole bunch of other things. But these are sort of, the main big ones that you're mostly going to be interacting with. And so as you see, you just go to the assignment files and then you choose the files from here and then they open up in their own individual tabs. Now, one other thing that Muzie has is, or especially in the assignments, is the student files. This is really all the data about you as a student for this assignment. So inside this assignment, today I've practiced this assignment 9 minutes. I've got 3 hours and 30 minutes total practice. I've done 17 sessions. My goal was to do 2 hours, and my current streak is only 1 day. As you can see, I haven't practiced multiple days in a row. And you can see here the due date was July 14th, and my time is up because it is way past that due date. So you can also see the days of the week that I've practiced, and those will show the last 7 days. So all of that data is collected pretty much automatically as you just interact with your assignment. So when you open the assignment, as we said, the practice timer just goes automatically, and that will contribute to this data. A few other things that you have on this page are student notes. This is where you can type up anything that anything about the assignment, how you feel, if you're struggling with anything. And this will go right to your teacher. They'll get a little notification that you've sent them a note. They can go and read the note, and then they can chat back with you or respond, or whatever it might need to be. The other thing you have is student files. Student files are anything you as a student would like to add to the assignment. You can either upload directly from your computer, so you just click upload a file, and it will just grab any resource off of your computer, just like you would with a normal file upload. Or you can record a video. This will open the clips tool, like I showed a few seconds ago. Or you can record an audio track. Now, this is basically an audio clip, but the reason we've embedded it in the bar down here is you might be in here looking at a piece of sheet music and you want to play along with it and you want to record your practice. You can just hit record and you can play along, and you can go back and forth between all of these tabs, and it won't impact the recording. If you're making a video, unfortunately, you do need to stay in the video tab while you're recording the video. So that's sort of the reason for having two versions of the same recording tool. But all of that content, any recordings, any uploads, any videos, anything goes into this Students Files window. So you'll see all of the material that we've uploaded, and it will show you exactly what it is. Students can rename the clips. So instead of just these default names, the student can go in and put in a name that might be a little bit more relevant or helpful for you. If you're ever stuck and not sure what to do, there's two things right away that you can jump to. You can click one of these map icons and it will pop up the little help guide. This will walk you through each of the features on screen and sort of tell you what it does. If that's not enough, this little face down here is live chat support. If you ever need anything, just click on this, chat now, and one of my team will be there to help you. We're all really nice people, so feel free to just reach out and say hi. We're just there to help. When you're done with your assignment, you'll click close. And as you see, the side panel will open again so we can get ready for our lesson. And all data will be added to the assignment. So it was already 100%, so it's already filled in. But you'll add any sort of practice time or anything like that, or any streak. Now, you might notice that there's different colored awards here. Basically, as this is designed to show you whether or not the student has completed the assignment on time or late. So if you would complete your assignment, so if you reach the goal on or before the due date, you will get a gold badge. If you reach the goal on or before or after the due date, just after the due date, you will get a silver badge. And of course, if you haven't finished the goal yet, it will just show your progress. But that's just a quick snapshot to see how you're doing with your goals. One other thing students have is the practice tab. This can be used for a couple of different things. But basically, if your teacher is not sending assignments, they might just be sharing them through the file tab. They might just be sharing chat messages. They might just be sharing the clips individually. That is all possible as well. If that's the case, then down at the bottom of the screen, you have a timer. At any point, you can click that practice timer to start tracking your progress, and you can go through and open any resource in your Muzie account that's been shared with you, and you can practice that material. We call it free practice. So it's really just up to you to practice, whatever it is that you want to work on. When you are doing free practice, it allows you to go back and forth between the other tabs, and it will not impact the timer. Whereas when you're in an assignment, it locks out the other tabs. One other thing with free practice, is this will get added to the practice log and the leaderboard. So when you're practicing either an assignment or free practice, that time will get added to the leaderboard. So every week, every month, and every year, there are awards given out automatically based on who has practiced the most. So you can either use your assignment or your practice timer to be added to that leaderboard. At the end of each week, month, or year, you will be awarded one of these 3 awards. They're gold, silver, and bronze. You will get a badge for the week, a medal for the month, and a trophy for the year. The other type of award you can get is these monsters. Your teacher can give these out to you at any time, whenever they see fit, just for doing good work in your practice, for showing up for the lessons, whatever it might be. So, you want to try your best, and your teacher can assign these out, as you achieve things. The teacher can also write personalized messages. So when you click on them, you'll see all of the versions of the monster that has been given to you and all the personal messages that have been sent. The other thing you'll have down at the bottom is your assignment awards, so you can quickly see which assignments you've completed. We're going to be adding more awards to the assignments too, so keep an eye out for that. The practice log, as I mentioned before, is where all practice data goes. Basically, when you're finished practicing in the free practice situation, we're going to hit pause. We're going to hit save. And now we have an option to write in what it is we did. So I did major scales and minor chords. And then you can self-assess how you did on your practice. So 1 through 5, you just pick, where it is that you feel you did. This is just for you. It's nothing, just how do you feel you did that day? I think I did okay. I'm going to hit save. And as you'll see, that practice session has been added to the log. I've got 2 minutes, major scales and minor chords. It's not an assignment, and I gave myself a rating of 4. And as you can see just below it, we have our 20 minutes, and that was our 3-day practice routine, which is the assignment that we were just working on. So you can see all of that data goes right into this practice log. At the top of the practice log, you'll have a collective data of all the practice from assignments and the practice timer for the day, the week, the month, and all times. And you'll have a current streak that's all practicing, whether or not, again, assignment or timer. And you'll have the days of the weeks that you've practiced, and they'll fill in red with the days that you have worked. If you ever accidentally leave the practice timer running and you didn't mean to, so like this one was 7 hours and 1 minute, I can double click on this assignment or this practice session, and I can reduce the amount of time that is in the practice. I can't add more. So you can't add any time, but you can reduce it. So if you ever just leave it running and you forgot because you ran out of the room for something and it ran for 5 more hours, but you only practiced for an hour, just so your data's not wrong and that you're not you don't want to have the wrong information. So you can just go in there and you can fix that up, hit save, and then it will adjust automatically for you. A couple of other things that we have throughout the platform. As I mentioned, you have all these features as far as the whiteboard and the clips are available to you outside the lesson. With the clips, you can even go into the clips tool at any time and just click new and just make a recording. And again, these are single recordings or multi-layered recordings. That's totally up to you. And they can be audio or video. So that's totally up to you. You can just pick what you'd like. So if you do audio only, you'll see it like that. And of course, we saw the video ones earlier. Within Muzie, there's a few other little things. Inside the tools, you have a MIDI piano. This can be great for practicing your sight reading and your music notation, chord structures, singing along, anything like that. You can either click on the notes to get them to play, or you can type on your computer using the ASDF row of keys. Those will all light up and actually play. If you have a MIDI keyboard, you can attach that to your computer and you can use that and that will work. Or if you have an iPad or any touch device, you can just touch the screen and that will also work. You can also see that the music you're playing is notated above. You can hide that with this little toggle, but it is great to be able to see the notes on the screen of what you've been playing. You also have the ability to switch the piano out for a guitar or for a violin. So this can be really great for sort of figuring out where notes are on your instrument or voicings or anything of that nature. So really versatile tool. And then basically to get home, you just click on the little logo again and you're back at your home page. So thank you for taking your time to learn about Muzie. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We have, as I said, the help support right there. That is your best friend. Inside the help support, there are also help guides that are pre-written. There's dozens of those in there, so feel free to go through any of those that might be relevant. And this help button will also take you to those help guides. So if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.